Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Oh man, I forgot to take my vitamins. Yeah. So yeah. We are ready for football to take off. Next week, we got a week away for Thursday night football. Now, I got to see the What If number 4, episode 4. This was more about Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange basically becomes obsessed with bringing his girl back. Because remember, on the movie, when they crashed, his girlfriend lived. The girl he loved lived, and he lost his hands. So they said in this scenario, in another universe, Doctor Strange had the same accident, but his girl died. So he tried so many times to go back and change time, but he couldn't. Because with him doing all of this stuff and then possessing different forms of life in the universe of power, he tore the universe apart. So the universe itself is caving in. And Doctor Strange, they kept trying to tell him to let it go, let it go. And he was able to defeat the Marmaduke and the Marduk and all of these guys and all of these things that he couldn't really defeat in the first one. Remember, the first one, he couldn't defeat them. So remember what he did. He basically just had a time skip to keep the Marduk or whatever it was to keep attacking him, and that's how he won, and that's why the Marduk stopped, because Strange put him in the time loop. And then in this one, the ancient one, basically his potential was way better than he was, because remember, he had his hands this time. Remember, on the other one, he didn't have his hands, so he had to astral project and everything and all that type of stuff. So now, he tore the universe apart and he did something he wasn't supposed to do, which Doctor Strange likes to do. So at the end, the Ancient One fighting, she couldn't kill him. So what she did was she split him in two in the same universe. So the other half, he was going to go find so they could come together and bring the girl back. And he was trying to tell him that it's not going to work. His other half was like, no, we have to let go. Look around you, we're destroying it. And he's like, you're lying. And he turned out to be wrong. And then he knew the Watcher was there. And he was asking the Watcher, to change everything, to save everybody, and just take him instead. And the Watcher was like, no, I can't. And plus, you were warned. You were warned numerous times not to continue with this, and you kept continuing with it. And he was just, I was obsessed, I missed her and all this stuff, but the Watcher don't care. That's why he's called the Watcher. He doesn't interfere. He watches everything. He's very strong. He has that type of power. But basically, he didn't do nothing and the universe was swallowed. And it basically showed you a what if, showing you if he lost it. Because remember, when his girl was there still, he still had his heart. He still was able to have his sanity. Yeah, he was obsessed, but it wasn't to that extent, because he lost her, but she still was around. and she still came and saw him. They came and talked. You know, he needed that, even though he was being a total dick to her, and to everybody else. But that heart is really important. That's what separates the Doctor Strange in our timeline compared to any other one. This episode gets 4 stars out of 4. This was the next best one. The last one I gave 3 stars. The first one I gave 2 stars, or 2.5. I did not like the first one that much. It was okay, but to me they were trying to push the woman agenda. Now they're like, okay, we're gonna kind of stay away from that for a while. We'll bring it back later, because a lot of people, I think, really didn't like that episode. Episode 2 was classic with Chadwick Boseman as Star-Lord. He was the better Star-Lord. Like, that just showed you Chadwick Boseman, he just got that it factor, that swag. Peter Quill was okay. He was good as Star-Lord, but Black Panther as Star-Lord, it was like, oh man. And in the third episode, I gave 3 stars out of it. It was okay. How all the Avengers ended up dying and stuff and getting killed. So I gave that 3 stars. It was like a few things that I didn't like of the episode. It was a few. But Loki got what he wanted in that episode. Loki basically took over. That's all he ever wanted, was to take over, was to be the strongest. I mean, not the strongest, but be in charge, be the leader. So I take that back. That episode, I say 3 stars out of 4 was for that one. This one was 4 stars out of 4 because it showed you something that you kind of already knew, but you had to see it in person to actually understand. Like, okay, so Doctor Strange is this powerful. So we know when him and the Scarlet Witch meet, it's gonna be on and popping. Because remember, Doctor Strange movie, The Multiverse of Madness, is going to be amazing. We're gonna have all of that stuff in it. So this Spider-Man, I think this Spider-Man is going to be epic. I think it's going to be awesome. Everybody had a problem with Doctor Strange, how he was sounding. They said he was sounding Tony Starkish, and I kind of liked it, what he did with Peter, because you got to understand, they just came from a battle together. So they're kind of, they kind of have that connection now. And plus, it's a good way to pay homage to Tony Stark. Some people didn't like it, some didn't. I know Cino, man. Shout out to Cino, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Carcino for Life and subscribe to his Screen Feed. And make sure you go on the Patreon, man. I know the VIP is $25, but it's worth it, man. You get to learn a lot of stuff. I love the Patreon. It's not because of all the little stuff about the entertainers. I love it because it teaches you. It teaches you how to be your own man. It teaches you how to be your own person in business. Cino, man, has been a very big supporter of my page. He's given me shout outs, and he was cool enough to welcome me on his platform. And I'm appreciative, man. That's why I said, if anybody got a problem with Cino, I just can't fuck with you. We just ain't cool. Like SB, like Sports Talk, that's my guy, but I can't rock with him. I'll support his page. If you want to subscribe, please go subscribe to SB Sports Talk. But I'm sorry, I can't support him or his people over there because I ride with Kwame and I ride with Cino. It is what it is, my dude. But SB has a great page. He talks about sports. He's very knowledgeable for a young buck. So, But the What If series is and everybody, they made a comic book out of this. There's a comic book series. I got to get back on my comic books because I used to read comic books when I was a kid, but then the one comic book everybody hated was the Day After Tomorrow, the Spider-Man thing, where Mephisto tricks him. And I got those editions. I got those Spider-Man books in my crib, and I read all of them. And it went hard. It was raw. But people hated it. People was like, man, that was trash. You know, so they just started anew. They started over. But to me, what they should have did with that, instead of making it right after Civil War, they should have did a spin-off and made a What If of that, because that would have been better. Now, what we saw in the Doctor Strange and everything is we got to see the different monsters. We saw the monster with the tentacles from the first one. With Captain Britain. When Peggy was Captain Britain. And instead of her coming back being thawed out of the ice, instead of Steve Rogers, it was her. So now Steve Rogers and everything she knew and loved is gone. So we get to see the opposite happen. Because remember, with Steve, he was in the plane, and the plane crashed, and he was in the ice thing, like he basically was frozen. And Peggy, remember, he was upset because, she was gone, and he found her later to be he found the daughter of her. Remember. So the Doctor Strange thing, seeing the projections, because we're going to see Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi comes tomorrow, I believe. I'm finna go try to see that. I'm going to go try to see that tomorrow when I get off. Because that's going to be on point. Shang-Chi and 10 Rings basically going to tell us about a lot of the stuff that we see with Doctor Strange. But this shows you his power and stuff of what Strange was doing. Like me, I didn't grow up really watching Doctor Strange. But reading Doctor Strange. But my brother Marlon, he basically knows a lot about Doctor Strange. He loved Deadpool, but he know all the comic books, man. My brother used to read them. Him and my other brother used to read it all the time. Him and Matt used to read it all the time. I'm gonna try to do a stream, y'all. I'm gonna try to do a thing one day where I can talk to him on the phone, and then we talk about it, and I'll record it, and then I'll put it out later for y'all, because he knows all about this stuff. I'm not the greatest at knowing that. I got to get back into it. I got to go back on Comics Explained. Make sure you guys subscribe to Comics Explained too, man. That guy's good. He breaks it down and everything. But that episode gets a 4-star out of 4. Make sure you guys see it. Because I think it's one of the best ones yet. That and Black Panther was great when he was Star-Lord. He brought peace to the universe. He turned Thanos good. And then Thanos was talking about his plan the whole time. Well, if you get rid of half the people, they're like, that's genocide. That's not genocide. And his daughter was like, oh, God, Dad. He got the crazy daughter wearing blonde, looking good, man. Dad, that's what happened, boy, when she got that Wakanda. He stuck that Wakanda in her, boy, changed her life. She like, I am Wakanda forever, and I am good. But yeah, Shuri also in news, Shuri got hurt on the set of Black Panther. So I think I said that already, but she should be straight. Now I'm hearing that they're gonna put what's that man's name? Michael B. Jordan's Superman's gonna be in the DC extended extended universe. So I want to see what they do with this. Everybody's like, man, I don't want to see a black Superman. I'm like, shoot, I didn't want to see no white Moses or white Jesus. But you white folks do it. But when we do it, man, it's a problem. Just like with the Little Mermaid. They got mad at the black girl. I'm like, how y'all get mad because the black girl playing mermaid, the Little Mermaid? And then they talk about the Little Mermaid's white. I'm like, how you know she white? She's underwater, dummy. She could have been anything. They just projected her as white for your eye to see. For your eye to be engaged. See, they project the way they think things look onto the masses to see how they think. They do everything for white people. But for blacks, they give us a goddamn princess and a damn frog. The fuck I'm a man that what should have happened was she should have cooked that motherfucker and made frog legs out of the jambalaya. Shit. But here's my thing. Here's my thing, and here's my issue, is that we continue to fall short when it comes to trying to do our movies or do other things. You know, I guess people get upset at how certain things are being put out there, and that's understandable. That's understandable. But I got my own personal what if. What if Vince Lombardi was brought to this century to coach football? What would that look like? What would that look like? How would you even fathom that? Like, how would you even think, like, come on, you damn idiots, run the goddamn ball? He gonna cuss everybody out. Let's say he had a quarterback like Mike Vick. Man, Vince Lombardi will lose his mind. Because they were saying Any Given Sunday was kind of showing Al Pacino is Vince Lombardi and he was in this new age of player and everything, how it would go. Personally, I think Vince Lombardi, his system, it would be hard for him to adjust. Because the system he ran back when was ground and pound. It was no throwing through the air. They rarely threw the ball. They threw it a few times and it was the horning. Boy, be on the field like, run the damn play again. We're going to keep running that play until you get it right. If you don't get it right, we're going to run it again. And then these players are too soft. Vince Lombardi, what? Man, they'd have tried to blackball Vince Lombardi. Vince Lombardi would have picked one of these players up by the throat. You asshole. Run the goddamn play again. I'm not going to tell you what the hell is the matter with you. What is the matter? Goddamn tiddlywinks. He gonna be mad as shit. Vince Lombardi gonna throw he kept the fedora, man. He wasn't finna throw that fedora hat. wasn't finna throw that at. He was like, look, the fedora hat, no, I'm not throwing this. I paid too much money for this shit. I told you, run it again. And we're gonna keep running that damn play until we get it. Come on. He would have loved Lamar Jackson. He'd have kept running that play. They would have ran the play like all day. He would have had 6 plays. And he would have went at everybody. But that's just a what if I was thinking about. I just want to see all the players who want to opt out and want to leave because they would get mad as hell. The league too damn soft for that. They damn near about to play 2-hand touch. College football, man, they was out there hitting, man. They ain't care. That's one thing I love about college, man. They actually be hitting. They don't give a damn. You on that other team, I don't know you, you don't know me, good. See, that's how the old NFL used to be. That's how the old NBA used to be. I mean, guys would know of each other or they would meet once in a while, but they never would just chill like they did. You know, Magic and Isaiah used to chill all the time, but, you know, when the game started, man, they was going to war. Larry Bird, he didn't like nobody. That's who Kobe reminded me of. Kobe's personality, Kobe was like Larry Bird. That's why Larry Bird said who would, when the guy asked him who would he pick, LeBron or Kobe, and Larry Bird said, I'm choosing Kobe. And Bill Simmons was surprised. He's like, really? He wouldn't have to shoot as much, but he was like, because he got that attitude to win, like, and he said he played with his friends, like Bill Walton and everything. It's cool and all, but I want to play with somebody, man, who's an asshole, who wants to win. And he said with LeBron, you'll have fun, you'll be friendly, you'll have parties. With Kobe, man, it's about business. Kobe like, look, man, we ain't win shit. What you guys celebrating about? That's why when he saw Jeremy Lin, Nick Young, and them celebrating, he got rid of all them guys. He had to. They were not going to carry that torch because they didn't know what it takes. But it wasn't even Jeremy Lin's fault. Jeremy Lin, they just jumped in Jeremy Lin's interview. And Kobe already didn't like Jeremy Lin at all. And I didn't like Jeremy Lin. I thought Jeremy Lin was overrated. I thought because he was Asian, that's the only reason they was hyping his ass up, because he wasn't good to me. He was only winning those games they were winning against bad teams. And then he was shocking people. And then people talking about, man, Melo was hating on him. Melo didn't hate on him. Melo just saw him for what he is. He's like, all right, he's an okay ball player, but he ain't great. That's what I'm saying, man. You guys hype up all these people, but then y'all hate on guys like Kobe. Y'all hate on other guys like Jordan, but you guys are hype Jeremy Lin up. What is this nigga doing, bro? So that's what I'm saying. You guys hype up all these people all the damn time, and it's like, for what? For what? Why are you hyping these people up? And these people ain't even that good, dogs. That's what be killing me. But yeah, that's a what if for you. But thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and an HDIITV. Thank you all for listening. We out. Deezy.